Hey there, do you ever feel like taking notes is just too much work? Maybe you start writing something down, but then you get bored, or you don't even know where to begin. Trust me, I've been there too. But here's the thing, taking smart notes doesn't have to be hard or time-consuming. In fact, it can actually make your life easier, whether you're studying, working, or just trying to remember that great idea you had in the shower. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who wants to remember all those random ideas that pop into your head, this video is for you. I'm going to share some super simple, lazy-friendly strategies that will help you take smarter notes without all the stress. And the best part? You don't need to be a productivity guru to make these work. If you're ready to take notes like a pro, even if you're feeling lazy, let's get started. When you're trying to take notes, don't overthink it. Whether it's a random thought, a key point from a meeting, or something you read online, just capture it quickly. Don't worry about making it pretty or organized, that comes later. Here's an example. Let's say you're listening to a podcast, and the host says something interesting. Instead of trying to write a perfect summary, just jot down the main idea in a few words. Maybe it's something like, focus on one task at a time. That's it. You don't need to write a whole paragraph. Later, when you have a few minutes, you can go back and organize your notes into categories or themes. For instance, you might have a section for productivity tips or creative ideas. This way, you're not stressed at the moment and you still end up with useful notes. The key here is to separate the process of capturing ideas from organizing them. This takes the pressure off and makes note-taking feel way less overwhelming. Now, here's a trick to make your notes more engaging and useful. Turn them into questions. Instead of just writing facts or ideas, write them as questions you might ask yourself later. For example, if you're learning about time management, instead of writing prioritize tasks, you could write, how can I prioritize tasks effectively? This does two things. First, it makes your notes more interactive. You're not just passively writing things down. You're actively thinking about how to apply them. Second, it helps you remember the information better because you're engaging with it on a deeper level. When you review your notes later, these questions can guide your thinking and help you apply what you've learned. It's like having a mini quiz that you created for yourself. And the best part? It doesn't take any extra effort, just a slight shift in how you write things down. If you're feeling lazy, and hey, we all are sometimes, this next tip is for you. Summarize big ideas in just one line. This forces you to focus on what's really important and saves you a ton of time. Let's say you're reading a book, and there's a whole chapter about productivity. Instead of trying to write down every single point, just ask yourself, what's the one big takeaway here? Maybe it's something like, focus on one task at a time to get more done. Boom. One line and you've got the essence of the chapter. Our brains love making connections, so this makes it easier to remember information. For example, if you're learning about a new concept like the 80-20 rule, think about how it relates to something you already understand. Maybe you realize it's similar to how you spend 20% of your time on social media but get 80% of your entertainment from it. By linking the new idea to something familiar, you're not just memorizing, you're understanding. This technique is especially powerful because it helps you build a web of knowledge. Over time, your notes will become more interconnected, making it easier to recall information and come up with new ideas. Okay, here's a bonus tip for all my lazy friends out there. Don't stress about reviewing your notes all the time. Instead, set aside just 5 minutes at the end of the day or week to skim through them. Try the question-based approach to make your notes more engaging and useful. Use the one-line summary hack to save time and focus on the big ideas. Connect new notes to things you already know with the link ideas technique. And don't forget the lazy review strategy to reinforce what you've learned without spending hours. Remember, you don't have to do all of these at once. Start small, pick one method and give it a try. Even if you're lazy, and hey, we all are sometimes, you can still take smarter notes starting today. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And hey, drop a comment below. Let me know which tip you're going to try first. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.